Yo, peace to the family. Let everybody roll in here a little bit. What you riffing for? What you riffing for? Yo, peace to the family. What's going on, y'all? What the lick read? What the lick read, man? Trying to get everybody. I know everybody know it's Saturday. We going live tonight, so just doing a quick little wrap up. Saturday, the day almost gone. It's what 5 o'clock. We gonna chat for about 30 minutes, man, and I'm gonna be up out this bitch because I got work to do. Got work to do, man. I got clients and stuff to do, and you know what I mean. I do a lot of shit with this AI, so yeah. Let everybody roll in. Let YouTube send out the notifications. We going live tonight at. We probably go. I think Bam fight. I'm trying to think when is that main event? I think that main event starts at like 9, about 9:30 or something like that. No. But yeah, probably about 9:30. I think because Bam fights don't be late. Bam fights don't be late. You get what I mean? So yeah, Bam fights don't be late. So I'm thinking we're gonna do probably about yeah, we're gonna go live at 8:30. Cause I have work to do. I have work to do, so we're gonna live. Let me see who that is. Man. I got shit popping up on my feed. It just man, bro, I'm so sick of it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit I be seeing. I be like, man. Shout out to Mark. Mark, what's going on, brother? There's gonna be some bots rolling up in here. We're gonna block the bots, so I'll probably block on my goddamn self today. I like blocking bots. Yeah, what's up, Mark? What's going on, fam? Yeah, we're going live tonight at 8:30. So we're gonna cover the Bam fight. I'm tired, man. I had a lot of shit to do today. I had to go wash the truck. I went outside and just because I had some like bugs on the truck. When I took them out when I went down to Miami, so I'm gonna get rid of that. You know what I mean? And nah, it is. I'm just doing a quick pop up, just let everybody know that we going live tonight at 8:30. So what is it? 6? It's 5 o'clock. Yeah, we're gonna go live tonight at 8:30. So what I'll probably do, this ain't gonna be long. We're probably gonna do like about another 25 minutes on this. Then I'm gonna shut it down. Um, I think Bam is fighting Antonio Vargas. He's fighting Antonio Vargas. So of course I think they're fighting in Arizona. Bam for the most part, I think quite a few of his fights have been quite a few of his fights have been in Arizona. I don't remember the last time he fought in San Antonio. I think Bam is from Texas. I want to say San Antonio, but for some reason he's fighting in Phoenix. Is that Phoenix? Yeah, I think Eddie Hearn said something about that. You know what I mean? So he say, is that one of the Vargas brothers he's fighting? No. No, this is a different Vargas. This is a different Vargas. No, this ain't him. He's fighting at 118 pounds. This is bantamweight. He's fighting at bantamweight. So yeah, he's fighting at bantamweight. Yeah, and then of course I'm hearing that of course I heard what everybody else heard. He's supposed to be moving up to fight a new way. Bam got skills. I love his skills, but if he fight a new way, I got a new way stopping him. Got a new way stopping him. Shout out to yeah, man. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. So that's how I'm looking at it. We're gonna go live tonight. A lot of this shit that's been going on this week, as related to boxing, new that like American, as I said before, American boxing, bro. American boxing is just really on some other shit. American boxing is on some other shit. You know what I mean? So kind of like this era. This is a total different era. And again, it's not. just young people. Of course, the young people is the young people, but it's the older people. When I say older, I'm talking about dudes in their late 30s, mid 30s, and their 40s and 50s. And they have taken on this male groupie personality. And these guys, they haven't been watching boxing a long, long time, even though they're older. But you know, no, there is a such thing as casual old niggas. You got casual old niggas, and what happens is they have conformed to what it is, where it is now. You know what I mean? And it's like shit's crazy. Shit's crazy. What I will say about Turk Al Sheik, what I am glad about what Turk Al Sheik did was he came in the game and he exposed a lot of shit. He came in the game because their whole thing is this here. We want dudes to lose their O. So we're gonna take a guy who we think that's gonna beat you and match all together, offer you the kind of money that you want, match all together, and see what's up. And to some of these guys, they don't want that challenge like that. You got some who gonna put it on the line. Brian Norman Jr. fought Dev. He didn't have to fight him. He didn't have to fight Dev Haney. You know what I mean? But he put it on the line for that. Um, he got paid handsomely for it. You know what I mean? They took out the sheet and them paid them boys very well. And I think Dev made like 12 mil. Brian Norman Senior Jr. made like 5. And everybody went about his day. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of those promoters and those fighters now, they're like, hold on, wait a minute. They got a choice to make. And the problem is because of the lot of the money that has came into boxing from one entity, it's like he's the only guy like Zufa Boxing. I don't know if you noticed, you don't hear nothing from Turk Al Sheik anymore. You don't hear nothing from him anymore. Like it's like he's disappeared. You know what I mean? And he's only available for if something come to Saudi Arabia. And I think that's by design. I think what it was maybe they pulled the rings on him, like his bosses, the crown prince or whatever. They pulled the rings back on him. They were like, man, you know what? Just pull back from this shit. You get what I'm saying? Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see what's up. Do I have this? I was trying to see something. Mm, hold on. How about what's that? Hold on. I'm trying to see something. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. So yeah, back to what I was saying. Um, they kind of like pulled the reins back on them a little bit because America boxing is the wild wild west, and I don't think that like you can't regulate boxing. It's not like any other sport. Boxing was based on criminality when it first got started, and in 2026, boxing is still based on those same principles, criminality. So the criminals run the yard. The promoters are the crooks, of course. They rob. That's what they do, and and to try to regulate the criminals, it's that that's not gonna happen. So it is what it is. Um, like I came up in the era where black fighters fought each other on a regular basis. That's the era I came up in. This era don't understand that. They don't understand that at all. You get what I'm saying? That's the era I came up in. I came up in the era where black fighters fought each other all the goddamn time. We not talking about that long ago. I'm not talking about the black murderers row. Like, no, I don't think none of these dudes could have made it through that. That's why when I hear these guys go to talking about, I would have whooped Robinson or I would have whooped those dudes back then. No, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't have went through the black murderers row. In this era, listen, in this era, you got black fighters don't even want to fight each other. You wouldn't have made it through the Black Murderers Row. Nigga, you would have had about 15, 20 losses. And what do I mean by that? Because a lot of those dudes, they had like, they had a lot of fights. Elder Charles had a lot of fights. Ray Robinson had a lot of fights. Um, you know, uh, a lot of those brothers back then, man, like you had the bump. Shit, these niggas ain't. Oh, man, shout out to CJ, man. CJ, what's good, bro? I'm just doing a little quick pop up because I got work to do. I'm just doing a little quick pop up. He say share, subscribe, and like. I appreciate that, fam. Yeah, man, I got some shit to do, man. Like, I'm gonna do a show just to show y'all exactly what I do, bro. Like, I do a lot of shit with, you know, basically what I do is I build automation systems for med spas. Med spas is where the women go at when they want to go get a BBL, they want to go get Botox, they want to go get like um non-surgical BBL, or they want to get like you can go you like what I the businesses that I work with, that I build systems for. It's the place that like an Oscar De La Hoya go to. He'll go to like a med spa, or whatever, and he'll go get him a ready-made six-pack. They got some shit that they can put on your waist and around your stomach. And you gotta go back, you gotta go there like it's like 4 sessions that you have to go through. And you can get you a six-pack. What happened is it'll melt the fat, it'll make the fat more watery that's in your body. The cortisol, what is it? I think the cortisol fat. It'll make it more watery, and then you'll be able to flush it out the system and stuff like that. Like that's I work with those med spas. High ticket. If you know anything about advertising, you know what high ticket means. High ticket means that it's a lot of money. Like I ain't when I go build a system for them, it ain't for no $500. You know what I mean? It's thousands. Like me to work with me, it's $4,000. $2,500 setup, $1,500 a month subscription for a year. You get what I'm saying? So that's high ticket. You know what I mean? But back to boxing. Yeah, man, like that's why I sit back and I laugh, bro, because I know better. I'm like, man, you couldn't have fought under those conditions. Them niggas had 6 ounce gloves, 6 ounce horsehair gloves. They're talking about the real tough ass leather, not this shit y'all boxing with. Talking about what you would have did, and nigga, you crying like you couldn't have done what you. How you gonna work? Listen, how can you say Ray Robinson Buns? I'm talking about this whole ass nigga Shakur. How you gonna say Ray Robinson Buns or this or Floyd would have whooped Ray Robinson? How? Nigga, Ray jumped from welterweight to middleweight to fight Jake LaMotta. He fought Jake LaMotta twice in a 4 week span. In a 4 week span. Look at that turnaround. And he had 3 fights in that span. He fought Jake LaMotta, lost, went back down to welterweight to defend his title a week later, and then 2 weeks after that, fought Jake LaMotta again. I think he did it within like 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. With them leather ass gloves, same day weigh-ins, 15 rounds. And he jumped for because they didn't have the junior. Well, nah, you know what? I think they did have the they did have the junior divisions back then. They did have, I think the junior weight divisions came around like 1920, somewhere up in there. I'm not, don't quote me on that, but I think the 1920s. But yeah, he went from welterweight up to middleweight. You ain't doing that now in this time. And this is a cake time to be boxing. Shout out to Broward County Ray. What's going on, fam? You ain't doing it in this time. But you would have did it, and you would have did it in that. Man, nigga, play. You can tell these, listen, you can tell these coochie ass niggas. You can tell these other niggas that don't know no better than that. You can tell them that. Yeah, I ain't trying to hit. Nope, I ain't trying to hit. That's your fantasy, bro. That's your fantasy. I ain't trying to hit that shit. Not me. Nah, nah. Niggas would have been on your ass. Hey, but forget that. We ain't even got to go back that far. Just the 80s and 90s. I came up in the era where the black fighters fought each other on a regular basis. The Puerto Rican fighters fought each other. The Puerto Ricans and blacks fought each other on a regular basis. Like that's the era I came up in. These niggas don't know. These niggas don't know no boxing, bro. Shout out to Aquila. Shout out to CJ, man. Goodfella TV. Y'all go check out, man, Goodfella TV, man. Hey, see, he funny than a motherfucker, bro. Like for real, that nigga funny. That them cats out of Detroit. Them cats out of Detroit. I've been around. I got a cousin from Detroit named Mark. I ain't seen him in a long time, bro. Who is this? In a long time. Must be Amazon. It's Amazon. Yeah. Cats out of Detroit niggas get money. Like for real. I'm talking about I go back. I don't go back to like 1990. Now I'm telling you, them niggas always been known to get money, bro. Them niggas always. I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about hustling. I'm talking about in the street, of course, hustling. They always known to get money. And then, what made Detroit so different too? Like back then, like the founding of the Nation of Islam started in Detroit. Mosque number one is in Detroit. That was the first mosque, but Elijah Muhammad got ran up out of Detroit, and he had to go to Chicago, and that's when they started Mosque Marion number two. But the original mosque is right there. The first one is right there in Detroit. Yeah, man, this shit right here. Yeah, this shit right here. I ain't. You know. Yeah, these motherfuckers want to throw hands, bro. Yeah, these motherfuckers don't want to throw hands, fam. Like these motherfuckers, like you got to twist a nigga arm to get in the ring. Then, he want a lot of money to fight a tomato can. Nigga want a lot of money to fight a tomato can. I'm putting my life on the line. Yeah, nigga, you doing that by choice. Bro, I hate when bro, that's my pet peeve. I don't give a fuck who the fight is. It could be a fighter I like or don't like. I hate when I hear niggas say that shit. Yeah, I put my life on the line. Nigga, you chose to do that. What you want, a hero cookie? What you want me to do? You want me to, oh man, yeah, man, he putting his life on the line. He need to get paid 30 million. No, he don't. Ain't nobody ask you to put your life on the line, nigga. You a boxer because you don't know how to do nothing else. So that if that's your job, do your job. Don't be crying. Yeah, man, I put my life on the line. So is the other nigga who you fighting. He putting his life on the line too. Whoop did motherfucking do. And the niggas who you shit on that came before you, they went through way more dangerous shit than you did, because they had to deal with the crackers in society, and then they had to deal with the Italian mafia who ran boxing, then they had to deal with their fucking opponent. And you know what I mean? They ain't had the options that you have. Nigga getting paid too much money. See, that's what happened. When you give a nigga too much money, he don't want to work for it no more. You gotta give him you gotta keep him hungry. You gotta give a motherfucker just enough to survive. Yeah, we're gonna give you just enough, baby boy. Because if we give you too much, then you're gonna go to start acting like a diva and all that old crazy shit, and you know, yeah. Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that shit. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying me. Uh it's a bot. Yeah, it's a bot right here. Let me see. Check your channel activity out. Yeah, you're a bot. No subscribers, no content. Go ahead and get you off the block. We holla. Create another account. I know you will. I block all bots. I know a bot when I see it, because I can tell how the comment look as a bot. Let me check this one right here. No videos, no content. Bot. Let me see. Which one this is. Yeah, that's another bot right there. Check this one out. Yep, that's another bot right there. I'm gonna get you out of here in a minute. Don't worry about it. Anyways, yeah, back to what I was saying though. Yeah, so like my philosophy, the way I see it is, well, the way I see it is different. I'm like, look, fam, this shit ain't rocket science. Do you want to fight or do you don't want to fight? Yes or no? And if you don't want to fight, that's cool, that's fine. But don't try to tell me you Godzilla. I'm that one. I'm that one. Man, nigga, yeah, you the one that don't want no smoke. You get what I'm saying? So I just come up in that era. I come up in that era, bro. That's the era I came up in. And that wasn't not too long ago. We talking about like 25 years ago, fam. They was throwing hands in the early 90s. They were throwing hands in the early 90s. You get what I'm saying? Motherfucker be, what motherfucker be keep talking about. I think that's when Floyd was still Floyd. Not early 90s, I mean the early 2000s. My bad. The early 2000s. They were throwing hands in the 90s and the early 2000s. They were throwing hands still. Damn sure was. I think Floyd was, because these niggas stop at Floyd. They don't know nothing outside of Floyd. The first fighter they name is Floyd, and they don't name nothing else after that. They know nothing before Floyd or none of that, right? And it's the biggest misconception ever. Because when they talk about Floyd, they don't talk about Pretty Boy. You notice that? These niggas we want to get straight to the money. For what? You got to go through the Pretty Boy phase. Pretty Boy Floyd had 35 fights. 35 is Pretty Boy. He ain't having 50 fights. 50. 35 of them was at top rank. I think he had 35 fights at top rank, and then Bob Bram allowed him to buy his contract out. 35 fights at top rank. Shout out to Pookie Matlock. 35. Hey, I'm just doing this short live. Let everybody know we going live tonight at 8:30. At 8:30, you know what I mean? So we're gonna rock out about 15 minutes. Yeah, 8:30, we going live. We going live for the Bam versus Antonio Vargas fight. We going live for that. You get what I'm saying? So they'll never touch that, but they skip Pretty Boy. Oh, they skip Pretty Boy conveniently. These niggas want to go straight to the money. Yeah, you know what I mean? Nigga, because you pretty and cute. They want to go straight to the money. Don't nobody, like these dudes is spoiled. And I think Turk Al Sheik exposed a lot of this shit as it relate to that. It started with Al Heyman. Al Heyman is the one that started this shit. Al was the one that was overpaying niggas. He would like he'll pay a dude. Let's say the going rate for a 6-round fight is $1,500. Al will come through and say, look, I'm gonna give you 3,000. Or I'm gonna give you 5,000 for that $1,500 fight. Or whatever. That's how he got all them niggas from Golden Boy. Remember, all them niggas was at Golden Boy. And see, that what it is, right? That's why Dave Chappelle said they should have. Well, Rick James said that. That's what Dave Chappelle got it from. They should have never gave you niggas money. Soon as they give some niggas some money, they don't know how to act. Man, you give niggas some money and put a camera in their face, and man, goddamn, money, camera, some money, camera, and some groupies, like female groupies, the exotic chicks. They like, they like the exotic chicks, you know what I mean? One with the good hair, light skin, dimple, you know what I mean? Shit like that. Exotic, oh man, God, that's the worst thing happened to a nigga, boy. Boy, like fam. Yeah, that's the worst thing that happened to him. Gay them mofo, that shit. He say Floyd picked all of his fights his entire career, sadly mistaken. What you say? He said. Well, you say they think Floyd picked his fights his entire career. Sadly mistaken. Yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't. No. You know why they think that? You know why they think that, Mark? Because they don't know them. They don't know nothing about Floyd Mayweather. They don't even know about the nigga who they brag on. They only know Money Made, and the Money Made they know is from Canelo on up. See, their knowledge of Floyd stops at Canelo. Yeah, you saw what he did to Canelo? They don't even really talk about Oscar like that. Because around that time, he was Money Mayweather. He had became Money Mayweather like right before that, but he really wasn't Money Mayweather because he didn't. You know, you know what I mean. He wasn't no draw like that. Oscar De La Hoya was the draw. Floyd didn't become the draw until he fought Oscar De La Hoya. I'm not saying that didn't nobody come see him fight. They did come see him fight, but he didn't become the draw, the pay-per-view star. It was Oscar De La Hoya. That fight made that. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, they don't know nothing about Pretty Boy Floyd. They don't know nothing about that. That's why they stopped. You know, they talk about Floyd from Canelo on up. Then they talk about the money. Yeah, man, Floyd made this, Floyd made that. I'm like, nigga, but you don't like, fam, you just can't skip. Like, they just want to skip the process. And then I see what Roy Jones is talking about as it relates to Zuffa boxing. Like, yeah, man, you know, you let them do, because you know, you let them do what they want to do, it's going to kill our sport in America. I'm like, well, the sport is already killed. It's over with. These dudes ain't Roy Jones. You got a couple of black fighters who want to do some shit. I think Boots want to do something. I think Devin Haney want to do something. Tank let it be known he ain't thinking about doing none of that shit. He just trying to get as much money as he can. He ain't gonna fight nobody. He let that be known. Um, I'm talking about the big name fighters, the guys who move the needle, so to speak. I mean, on social media, they don't move the needle like from a bank financial standpoint, but shit that dudes like to argue about for 10, 11, 12 hours. You know, yeah, I just can't. You know what I mean? Oh, Shockey Foster. You know, he's not a guy that moves the needle, but he's that blue collar fighter who you can really, really get behind. You know what I mean? Shockey Foster, man. I like Shock. Um, Keyshawn Davis. I like Keyshawn Davis boxing style. Stylistically, I like his style. I really do. I really do. I really like Keyshawn Davis's style. Now he do give out bad bitch energy. Been around him, man. Keyshawn, they act like two bad bitches. That's what they act like. You see what I'm saying? Divas. Very emotional. Uh, you know, some niggas be popping their neck when they talk. Oh, you know what I mean? Just, great. Again, there's a difference, and I gotta break that down. There's a difference between warriors and professional boxers. In America, in today's time, we don't have warriors. James Toney was a warrior. Roy Jones was a warrior. Mike McCallum was a warrior. Sugar Ray Leonard was a warrior. Hagler was a warrior, a killer. Uh, Tommy the Hitman Hearns, mean as a rattlesnake, killer, warrior. Uh, Zuma Nelson, Purnell. Purnell was nice. Purnell a smile. You ain't never seen him look mean or mad. And he will beat your motherfucking nigga Pernell Whitaker. Man, y'all better listen. I ain't seen a nigga step around that weak side like Pernell. Pernell can step around the weak side on your ass and turn around. And by the time you find out where he at, he behind you. Listen, I remember I interviewed Tommy Brooks. R.I.P. to the legendary Tommy Brooks. You know, Pernell Whitaker was trained by Georgie Benton. No, you had Lou Duval over there. You had Duval over there. Duval was the manager, and he always was looked upon as the head trainer. He wasn't the lead trainer. Georgie Benton was the trainer. Don't get it. Georgie Benton was the trainer, and like the way I remember I was interviewing Tommy Brooks, and he trained Pernell. He trained Pernell as well. He was in the corner and stuff, and then he trained him for the when Pernell went up to 154, which he wasn't a 154 pounder. He was at the end of his career. Um, he fought Tito Trinidad. Tito Trinidad broke his jaw in the first round. In the first round, he broke his jaw. And Tommy Brooks said, "Hey, look, man, I'm finna stop the fight." And Pernell told him, "Don't stop that fight." He said, "Man, your jaw broke." He said, "I don't give a damn. Don't stop the fight." He said, "I'm not gonna let him hit me no more in that spot." Because he caught him with the left hook, broke his right jaw, caught him with the left hook. And Pernell went for 12 rounds. I think Pernell ain't got but 4 losses. He went 12 rounds. He lost that fight handedly. He hadn't been fighting that 54. And, Yeah, he fought him at 54. Yeah, I think it was at 54. Tito was too big for that boy. But anyway, but Tommy Brooks he said, man, Pernell, he said, man, that motherfucker was so good, coach. He say he can hit you, pull your trunks down, spin around and be behind you. And by the time before you can land a punch on him, they got to go back and look. They got to see the thing about Pernell. Pernell had like 14 knockouts, something like that. He wasn't a hell of a power puncher. But I think what people liked about him, what black folks liked about him, like Pernell had a boxing style. He was not scared to get hit. Like if he had to go get a motherfucker, he going to get a motherfucker. And he going to be right there in front of you. He going to be turning your ass. He fighting the L. The L is like this here. You may see somebody, he'll step back, and then when the person come through, bap, bap, step to the right. He step around the weak side. Turn you. If you look at the Crawford-Canelo fight, Crawford was doing the same shit to Canelo. It was a certain part in that fight, he was turning them. Step, bam, bam. The fighting out in the L. So we was talking about me and Brooks. I interviewed him, and shout out to Major Key Boxing, because I got that interview through Major Key Boxing. And Tommy Brooks passed away, you know, and him and Ronnie Shields used to work together too. And he told me like a lot of stuff he learned from training with Georgie Benton. And damn, I'm gonna pull that interview up. It's in my library. I'm gonna see can I find that interview. I'm gonna pull it up. He told me a lot, bro. He told me a lot, bro. Like I was just listening to him. He was like, man, he told me. I said, who? The question was, I said, who the best fighter you ever trained? He said Pernell Whitaker. That's what Tommy Brooks told me. He said Pernell Whitaker. I asked Buddy McGirt. I interviewed Buddy McGirt, and I interviewed him on the phone before. But when I was in LA, I was at the Brick House Gym. I had met Malik Scott. I met Gerald Washington. Brick House Gym is where Deontay Wilder be training at when he's in LA. And I left there and I went to Buddy it was a gym that Buddy McGirt was at. And I went with Buddy McGirt, and Buddy McGirt told me, he said that I say, Buddy, I said, who's the hardest fight you ever fought? He said, who's the best? I said, who the best fighter you ever fought? He said, Pernell Whitaker. You know, Buddy McGirt fought Pernell Whitaker twice. I say, man, that first fight, that was a close fight. When you fought Pernell that first fight, you kind of like gave us some problems. And I asked him, I said, how did you prepare for that? He said, man, well, I wasn't really preparing for Pernell. I had to prepare for Georgie Benton. He said, because Georgie Benton is a mastermind. And I was trying to figure out what game plan he was going to come with. Because that's who I had to study for. I had to study for him. And now he was talking about, so he say, so I kind of, and then of course they end up fighting again. And Pernell kind of like washed him the second fight. But he said, the thing with Pernell, you gotta think every second of the round. See, these motherfuckers today, like they don't, it's the mental pressure. You gotta think every second of the round. He said, you cannot have no mental lapses. He said, listen, he said, you cannot have no mental lapses. You see what I'm saying? He said that. He said, hey man, Dulo, what's up, fam? Dulo, what's going on, fam? Yeah, man. I remember, yeah, man. Dulo, what's up, fam? Yeah, Pernell, man. That one of my favorite fights. I love Pernell, bro. I love Pernell, bro. Sweet Pea, man, that dude was nice, bro. He was nice. He was nice. He was nice, fam. R.I.P. to Pernell, man. He was nice. That's what get me like. My pet peeve is this here. If you a new wave boxer, these niggas that's fighting today, don't mention nothing about you better than anybody from that era. Nigga, shut the fuck up. You ain't moving like them. You got these old gay ass fan bases you niggas got. Like, that's why I desecrate I desecrate male groupie fan bases. Y'all know we go live every day. When I drop the phone line, them whole ass niggas don't never call. They never call. They be bots and shit. That's why I got over 1,500 bot accounts blocked. It be bots that come into my chest. It be bots. You know what I mean? So a lot of them. I don't block. We don't block most of them. I got like 1,500 blocks on them. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You get what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like, I'm just kind of like, I have too much respect. Y'all got like me. I'm 52 years old, so I'm an old head, right? So I've seen what this shit was like, what it was before, and what it is now. I've seen it. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I know what nice is, nigga. I know when a nigga nice. I know what nice is, you know. And I'm like, I know when a motherfucker moving crazy. Like James Toney out of Detroit. One of my favorite fighters of all time, James Toney. Man, that man James Toney wasn't nothing to be fucked with. He won't listen. Listen, man, but I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I love that nigga James Toney, bro. That dude, and then him like him and Roy. Bro, like I picked Roy because you know Roy from Florida, so I had to ride with Florida. But man, like Tony, man, lights out, man, shit. And this another thing too, right? We gotta stop. Well, I ain't gonna say we dudes. Let me show you how lame this shit is today. Dudes conflate whether a guy is undefeated or not. They conflate that with, oh, he's good, oh, he's great because he's undefeated. Nah, being undefeated don't make you great. Shit, especially if you ain't fighting no goddamn body. Bro, put it this way. Put it this way. The Black Murderers Row, right? Just imagine. And I think Ray Robinson had to fight some Black Murderers Row fighters as well. But just imagine, right? Having to fight. See, this what it is. Just imagine having to fight a Devin Haney. We're gonna say the guys who's supposed to be the best in this era. Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis, Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson. I guess a Teofimo Lopez, Canelo, David Benavidez. Just imagine all of these guys was in the same weight division and they fought each other. Do you think that any of those guys would be undefeated? I'm just saying. Like you could take an undefeated fighter right now and put him in the ring with the Bud Crawford is retired. Yeah, he retired, fam. I ain't talking about Bud. He retired. Put him in the ring. Yeah, even Bud. Yeah, even Bud. Put him in the ring with the top guy. Like, bro, you fighting 5 times that year. You have leather. I ain't even going back that far. Yeah, I'm talking about the Black Murderers Row. Just imagine fighting all the top black fighters back to back to back to back. And some of these niggas you don't fought 2 and 3 times. Just imagine if Floyd had to fight. I'm talking about everybody. They had to fight. Floyd fighting. It's the equivalent. You fighting Floyd, Purnell, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson. These are niggas you fighting. Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns, Wilfred Benitez, Aaron Pryor. Like, you got to fight all these niggas. All of them got to fight each other. Who gonna be undefeated? Who gonna be undefeated, fam? Oh, this Southpaw TV. Hey, shout out to Southpaw TV, man. Salute, fam. Hey, man. I like your comment. I like your. I don't agree with everything you say all the time, and I'm pretty sure don't nobody really agree with everything I say. None of us always right. But you funny, bro. Southpaw TV, you funny, bro. I swear, you funny than them. I watch your shit. I'm gonna tell you who I watch. I watch my main man CJ Goodfella TV. I watch him. I watch I catch Blue. Um, Southpaw. He funny. Like me, I like to laugh. So anybody making content that's funny, I'm watching it. Cause I like to laugh. You see what I'm saying? So I like, I be smoking my weed and shit. I got my I don't know if y'all know, I got my medical card, so I really need that shit, bro. Bro, I wasn't smoking till I started this boxing channel. I swear I wasn't, bro. Wasn't smoking no weed till I started this boxing shit. Like for real. Like for real. I wasn't smoking no weed till I started this boxing shit. Yeah, but anyway, back to what I was saying though. If the top dudes fought each other, again, it's not about, like for me, like I said, I'm an old head now. So for me, it's not about who you like or who you don't like. At the end of the day, we just want to see some niggas fight. That's all we really want to see. You know what I mean? And my whole thing is this here. My boxing criteria is, did you fight the best in your weight division? How many top 10 fighters did you fight? Um, Damn, I got a boxing criteria. I think it's 5. It's, if you stayed in the weight division for a long time, how many, like Bernard Hopkins, he stayed at middleweight for a long time. He fought a lot of motherfuckers. He kept fighting the top guys 90, every fight for the most part, right? The top guys, right? Um, if you was there for a while, how many top 10 guys did you fight? Did you fight the best in the division? I forgot my other 3. But it's my criteria. You get that's how I judge whether a fighter is great or not, good or not, or whatever. It's not based upon he undefeated, because it's all about who you fought. Who did you fight, fam? Shit, Malik Scott was undefeated when he fought Deontay Wilder. Did that make him a great heavyweight? Malik Scott was 35-0 when he fought Wilder. He was either 35-0 or 36-0. He was either 35-0 or 36-0. Like for real. You get what I'm saying? So again, that shit, you can't just go off of that. And back to what I was saying with Al Heyman. Al Heyman fucked the game up. And this not me shitting on Al. Al Heyman messed the game up because he was overpaying these fighters. And then when Eddie Hearn got that money from DAZN, he was overpaying fighters. That's how he ended up getting, I think he got Tevin Farmer over there first. He got Demetrius Andrade over there. Demetrius Andrade was getting overpaid. And I'm not saying this because your brother ain't supposed to get paid. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you have a market rate, right? It's like what's the going rate in the market? And when you give a person, you have market value, and then you have, you know, the market value, and you have, matter of fact, I need to turn this goddamn light on. This on. You got the market value, and then you have above market value. A lot of these guys are getting paid above market value, and then now those guys, we don't want to fight for the market value. And I understand that. I get it. Who wants to take a pay cut? That's like taking a pay cut, right? So, but the problem is, we're not gonna get the fights now, because if this one guy has all of the money, and the only way you can get the money, you have to fight who they tell you to fight. But then you got some guy, well, who goddamn, I want the money, but can you give me that money and I'll fight whole head cheese? No, you can't fight whole head cheese. This is your options. You got Godzilla, you got King Kong, you have Mothra, you have Gamera. Now I got all now. And then, and guess what? If you don't like that 4, I got another 4. You got Piccolo, orange Piccolo, not regular, not green Piccolo, orange Piccolo. That's the equivalent of Ultra Instinct Goku. Ultra Instinct, you got orange Piccolo, Ultra Instinct Goku. You have Ultra Ego Vegeta, and you got Lord Beerus. That's your other options. Can you give me that money? I'll fight Boma. I'll fight Goku wife. No. I'll fight Krillin. No, you can't fight Krillin. I'll fight Papa Smurf. No, you can't fight Papa Smurf. I'll fight Gargamel. No, you can't fight Gargamel. Your options is Ultra Ego Vegeta, Ultra Instinct Goku, Lord Beerus, Black Freezer. Those are your options. No, man. You get what I'm saying? The niggas don't, bro. You can't make this shit up. I like that. I like that. Listen, we going live for the Bam fight tonight, right? I like Bam Rodriguez because I like his style. Stylistically, he's a mid-range to inside fighter. He don't do all that clinching. He's gonna be right there. He know how to slip, and he know how to make you miss. Again, like you hear, like I hear Shakur say, "Yeah, man, you don't know nothing about they don't know nothing about boxing. The name of the game is to hit and not be hit." Yeah, that's true. But I've seen dudes hit and not be hit and be like, you see one right now, bam. Watch Bam Rodriguez fight. Watch how he fight. That motherfucker right there, dog. He right there. Mid range. Inside. He right there. And guess what? And he know how to step around the weak side. He know how to step around the outside lead hand and turn you, stuff like that. Great body puncher, good leverage. Like you can, okay, you can fight like him and not get hit. Don't tell me you nice, but you fight the same goddamn way every fight, and you like these motherfuckers scared to get hit. In boxing, you're going to get hit, fam. You're gonna get hit. Oh, he got rocked. He got dropped. Yeah, okay, that's boxing. You're gonna get rocked in life. In life, you're gonna get dropped. Niggas get knocked down in boxing. One of my favorite fighters of all time, Tito Trinidad. He used to get dropped quite a few times. But guess what? When that motherfucker got knocked down, when he got back up, he on your ass. Tito Trinidad. The fight don't even get started with Tito until he get knocked down. No, I ain't, of course I'm being kind of exaggerating a little bit, but you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, nigga ain't trying to hear that motherfucker shit. Yeah, nigga ain't trying to hear that shit. Motherfucker like these, man, shit. Nigga scared to get hit. What you boxing for if you scared to get hit then? You should have been like, what you boxing for? What if you losing in the fight and you got to take a risk? Check this out. Sugar Ray Leonard was losing to Marvin Hagler. No, not Marvin Hagler. Tommy the Hitman Hearns. What was it, 1981? Something up in there? I want to say about 1981. It was if the fight went 12 rounds, Tommy Hearns win easy. If the fight went 12 rounds. Tommy Hearns tall motherfucker like what, 6 feet, 6'1", something like that? Welterweight. He was undisputed champ at the time. Ray fought him. Ray say nothing about no, oh man, well, he kind of big for the weight. He's 6'1". He gonna have and Ray was the money man. But Hearns was the champ. Yeah, he got the yeah, man, I kind of like, Ray fought him. Listen, Angelo Dundee told him, he said, "You're blowing it, kid." Ray stopped him in the 14th round. Stopped Tommy Hearns in the 14th round. Nigga gave, like he had to step it up. He had to take some chances. And I think Sugar Ray Leonard, I got fucked up too. I think his eye got fucked up that fight. But yeah, he had to take some chances. These niggas scared to get hit, dog. Like Ray Leonard was like the cast guy. He was the face. He was that guy. He was that guy. He was Golden Boy before Golden Boy. You know what I mean? And he was that. And commercial endorsements. You know, uh, all the women, all the ladies love Ray Leonard, man. Everybody love Ray. Nigga was a killer. Ray had a mean streak in him. He coming to get you. You see what I'm saying? Like, fam. Come on, fam. These dudes, they don't that like somebody said in the chat before, I think earlier this week, like a lot of these guys are just prima donnas, bro. They just prima donnas. You got knocked down. Of course you're gonna get knocked down, fool. Did you get back up though? What happened when you got knocked down? He got back up. This the only fan base I've ever seen criticize a guy for getting dropped in a fight. He got dropped, nigga. That's gonna happen in life. Let me ask y'all something. Have you ever been knocked down in life? Have you ever been fired? Have you ever your wife, your girlfriend broke up with you, or you don't got locked up, you had to do time or whatever the case may be. That's called the fall. Like here, right? I don't did time before, right? And man, I had to take a fall. I took a fall, man, back in 1990. I took another fall in 92 when I went up the road. I took a fall. You know what I mean? Like we call that taking a fall. And if you fail, that means you were standing up at one point in time and you got knocked down. But did you get but did you get back up? I got homeboys that took several falls. I got a partner of mine right now. He have a sprinter van company. I have another partner got a box truck company. He got 10 trucks on the road. I got another partner, he got 2 restaurants. I got other partners that have barbershops. Like I have another partner, he make $200,000 a year. He got a scrap metal business. All of them got something in common. All of them did state time and fed time. Some of them did, like I did state and fed. Some of them did state and fed, depending on, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, they took a fall, but they got back up. And now they're in their 50s. They doing real good. Married, kids, this and that, but they took a fall. You gonna get knocked down in life, bro. So I can't get mad at a fighter who got knocked down in the fight. Nigga, did you get back up? Or did you try to get back up? Okay, you lost that fight. Okay, that don't mean you're a trash fighter because you lost. You lost in life, you're gonna lose some fights. You're gonna lose some battles. But did you get back up? Yeah, this shit here. Yeah, I can't, man. Shout out to Get Over Here. What you say, baby? Say, coach. Like I said, a lot of these guys are Mayweather fans, not Pretty Boy fans. Yes, sir. He say no 9 saw Floyd get dropped. These people don't know it's about boxing. Yeah, who that was that dropped Floyd? Floyd glove touched the canvas. He didn't get a count. He didn't get a count. What was that Zab? I want to say that was Zab. I want to say that was Zab. Yeah, but anyways, but you get what I'm saying. But shout out to Get Over Here. But that's my whole point. Like you gonna get knocked down in life, bro. Oh man, he got hit with a good shot. He was dazed. He was dazed. Yeah, you gonna get hit with a good shot in life. You gonna get caught with a good punch. How was you able to recover? One thing I gotta say, right? Deontay Wilder. Wilder, one thing I say about Wilder, fam, I wasn't crazy about his fan base. I'm talking about the radical ones. That was with the LDBC and shit. But shout out to the boys at the LDBC. I ain't got no issues with them. We good. We good now. Um, Wilder, he got knocked down, but he kept getting back up. I don't give a fuck what you say about Deontay Wilder, and it's a lot you can say about him. If all them times he got knocked down by Tyson Fury, that motherfucker kept getting back up trying to fight. I can't hate on that because I look at boxing like life. It's a fight. Sometimes you're gonna get in the ring with. Sometimes you're gonna get in the ring with a motherfucker, and he gonna be getting your ass that business. He gonna be getting you that work. You gotta fight through that shit. Did you get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Like you can't have cakewalks all your life because if everything in your life is a cakewalk, then when some tough shit go down, you ain't gonna know how to handle it because this shit is about endurance. Can you endure? Can you endure? I'm gonna give you another fight that's relatable to life. One of my favorite fighters, Michael Nunn, second to none, Michael Nunn. 1991, he had a fight with a guy that he did not want to fight. I think Michael Nunn was the IBF champ at the time. He had a fight with a guy by the name of James Lights Out Tony. I want to say Michael Nunn was with Top Rank. I want to say it was Top Rank. I could be wrong, but I think it was Top Rank fight. And they paid James Tony 65 or $66,000. Today, that would be the equivalent, of course, hundreds of thousands. I would have to get an inflation calculator to really give you the accurate number. But just go into Google and type in 60,000. What is $65,000 in today's time? Or you get an inflation calculator. You can do that, right? So like literally, he fought the man for literally nothing. But James told, and he fought him in his own backyard. He was the B side, and they A side his ass to death. James Tony, but he was so hungry, nigga. I'm gonna come in your motherfucking backyard, and he was losing that fight. He was getting outboxed, and then of course, if you he's in Michael Nunn's backyard, so he's already down 2 rounds before you step in the ring. That's a rule of thumb, right? You fighting the hometown. When you fighting the hometown guy. And I think he knocked him out like the 11th, 10th or 11th round. Caught him with a left hook. You know what I mean? He was relentless. He was at him. He was relentless. And he knew if I didn't knock this motherfucker out, I ain't gonna win. They gonna take it. He knocked him out. Stopped. Stopped. He say, damn shame Tony and B-Hop never fought. I mean, it's really not a damn shame. You looking at they never fought, but look at who they did fight. See, it's one thing to say they never fought, and then they never fought other people. Look at everybody else they fought. You ain't gonna always get the fight you want. Hell, but Rafa Benitez and Hagler ain't never fought. But look who he did fight. He fought motherfucking Leonard. He fought Duran. He fought motherfucking Hearns. Like, look who he did fight. That ain't no shame they ain't fight. They just ain't fight for whatever reason it may be. Anyway, what did he say, Jamie? He say Michael Moore. Yeah, Michael Moore. Michael Moore. Yep. Yep. Michael Moore. Yep. 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 Michael Moore. Yeah, man. It's like what makes you who you are is adversity. Adversity is what makes you who you are. How you overcome adversity. I told y'all, this social media shit ain't real. It ain't real. You know what I mean? Like again, I don't been everywhere, bro. Bro. Let me tell you something. I don't been to North of Virginia. You see Keyshawn fight. We know how that turned out. I don't been to New York. I don't been to a lot of fights by myself. I've been to a lot of fights. Of course, Omaha quite a few times. Uh, San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, Vegas, L.A., uh, Mississippi, Alabama, Kansas City. It's some more. Of course, Miami. Of course, Miami and all that shit. The Orlando, you know that. But I've been to a lot of like. It's some more cities I've been to. You know what I mean? Um, like some of the cities I had press credentials, and some of them I didn't. I just paid and you know what I mean. I paid and went. And you don't see what you see on social media. You don't see that in real life at these fights. You don't see it. You don't see it. Bro, like I talk to fighters all the time. Like fighters who I haven't interviewed on my show, but I talked to like bro, I'm telling you, bro. Y'all like a lot of these content creators, some of these content creators, they do have good connections. The CJ Goodfellow, like he know his shit, bro. I'm telling you. I don't cross reference the shit. I cross reference shit. I don't just go by what the motherfucker say. I cross reference it. Okay, you know what? If I'm cross referencing this shit and this guy saying something similar and that guy saying something similar, neither one of them know each other, but they saying the same shit. Like a lot of some content creators they do like again like there's perks to this. There are perks. You got access to who you got access to, and you find that information how you find it out. You know what I'm saying? And that is true. Um, but damn, I forgot what I was gonna say, dog. Man, I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyways, yeah, back to what I was saying though. But yeah, man, like it's how you overcome adversity, bro. Like shit, I don't been through some shit, but I ain't been through nothing no more than anybody else I've been through. There's nothing unique about my situation. You know, like I sit back and I had a guy tell me, um, I was talking to this young brother. He was probably about 38, 39. He was like, yeah, man, you know, I came up in the, but he's still kind of like out there in the street. He like, yeah, I came up in the streets and this and that, and I'm street and this all I know. And he wore like a badge of honor. I say, fam, ain't that unique about your situation? You ain't the only dude that came from the street. And you know, he was telling me about, you know, I was like, man, you know, I was explaining to him. I say, man, there are guys who are who like this. What I told him, right? I say, fam, look, y'all bear with me. I say, fam, look, this shit. I say, this shit like this shit work like this here, fam. I told him, I say, it ain't but two outcomes: the penitentiary and the graveyard. So, if those are your options, that's really not a flex. Like being being from the streets is not a flex. When I was young, I thought that was a flex. Now that I'm older, with age comes wisdom. That shit ain't no flex. Because, as I said before, when you work on a job, you have something called benefits. All right, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. Well, when you work on a job, you have something called benefits. You know, benefits are you have medical benefits, you have dental, you can invest in your company may offer 401k, you get PTO, paid time off, you get paid vacations, you get all of that when you got a job with benefits. In the street, there is no benefits. The benefits is jail, police cars, depending on how you're living, hospitals, courtrooms, open bay dormitories, two-man cells, one-man cells. Um, if you in the feds, they gonna know like what shoe you with, like who you with, where you like. I'm in the Florida shoe. I'm in the DC. I'm in the Florida shoe. I'm in the LA shoe. I'm in the you know Chicago shoe or whatever. You know what I mean? Um, count time. Recreation, work call. That's it. That shit ain't no flex, bro. That shit come with time and the graveyard. Those are the only two options. That's it. That's it. Oh, Akila, you don't block somebody? Yeah, you got to get these bots up out of here. Get them up out of here, Akila. If it's a bot in there, they got to go. Send them where they send them. Make them create another account. We know they will. He said, what you say, cool boy? He say, Coach, were you in a gang growing up in the streets? No, we don't have gangs in Tampa. We don't have gangs in this city. Not in this city. There are no gangs, fam. I ain't grew up in no gang. Here we had like no, it's just neighborhoods. We don't have no gangs here. I mean, they might have some now. I'm not sure, but yeah, we didn't have gangs in my city when I was growing up. It was more like which side of town you from. You get what I'm saying? It was more like that. Which side of town you from? I'm saying, who the fuck is this? This a That's a bot too. Yeah, yeah, it was more like I'm from West Tampa, but then I moved to North Tampa, which is the north side of town. Over there where Julio got killed at, I live on that in that area as well. Um, it was more like this neighborhood don't get along with that neighborhood. So if you from the West, niggas in West Tampa and College Hill may not get along. College Hill is another area, east side. College Hill and Ponce de Leon. Like these are housing projects. Different housing projects did not. It was more like that. It wasn't no gang. We ain't had no gangs. Dulo, what you say, fam? You going live for the fight tonight? Yes, I am. I'm finna wrap this up right now. Cause I got some work to do for a client. So I just took a break, man. I had to wash my truck and shit, man. I'm just, man. Yeah, man. So just shout out to everybody, man. We going live tonight, man. Y'all be on the lookout. And what you say, Akila? She said, Coach, you know I don't play. He coming with some BS. Yeah, they coming to BS. Just send them on their way. They'll create another account. They bots. Shout out to Teach. He say the 5 core life skills are critical thinking, emotional intelligence, communication, financial literacy, and scientific literacy. Oh, okay. You say the 5 core life skills. Life skills. Okay. Well, I definitely know critical thinking. I definitely know critical thinking has to be in there. Emotional intelligence, I definitely agree with that. Communication, you have to know how to communicate because you may be in a situation where you have to talk yourself out of something or talk yourself into something. Financial literacy, I totally agree with that because we're not taught about money. We know how to make money and spend it, but we don't know that's all we know. You get what I'm saying? So, Hey, what to say, Dulo? You say you're gonna pull up. I appreciate that, fam. Hey, but look, man, we going live in 2.5 hours, so I gotta go. Shout out to Big C, shout out to Dulo, shout out to Teach, shout out to Goodfella TV, shout out to the lovely Aquila, Cool Boy Curry, shout out to Jamie from New York, all these bots. I ain't, shout out to Big C, what's up, brother? Shout out to Big C. Uh Hey, I'm gonna be on that bong. Hey, Akila, I'm gonna be on that bong tonight. Now, shout out to Jamie. Jamie, I'm gonna be on that bong tonight. I had no smoke some shit already, but we gonna be on that bong tonight. He say, hey, the Florida heat, yeah, it's hot, bro. It's hot, bro. It's about 90 degrees outside. 90. But I'm gonna see y'all tonight, man. Peace.